Someone has been holding a truth that directly impacts your life, and it's about to come to light. The revelation will align perfectly with that inner voice you've been hearing for weeks or even months. Have you ever sensed something was off, yet couldn't pinpoint it? That quiet knowing inside you, that subtle tug at your heart, is about to be validated. Someone close to you, maybe a friend, colleague, or family member, is preparing to share a confession that will clear the fog. Your intuition has been guiding you all along, and now the universe is orchestrating a moment of clarity. Pay attention to the signs, the words, and the subtle gestures around you. Confirmation is coming. Pause for a moment and reflect. Who in your life might be ready to reveal what they've been holding back? Trust your gut, stay aware, and open your heart. If this resonates, share this insight with someone who needs confirmation today. Imagine for a moment that someone you know, someone close to you, or perhaps someone you interact with regularly, is holding something back. Not a small detail, not a passing thought, but a truth that has quietly been shaping your life without your awareness. You may not have noticed it yet, but your intuition has. That subtle whisper inside you, the quiet feeling that something is off or different, has been trying to prepare you. And now, the universe is moving. The moment of revelation is approaching. You may be thinking, who? What could this be about? That question is exactly where your intuition is leading you. It's been guiding you patiently, asking you to pay attention, to observe, to feel the energy around you without the need for explanation. Sometimes we dismiss these nudges as coincidence or as our imagination playing tricks on us, but deep down, you have always known there is more to the story than meets the eye. This moment, the confession that is about to surface, is not just a casual disclosure. It is a confirmation. It is the piece of the puzzle that aligns with everything you have sensed but could not fully articulate. Your gut has been reading between the lines, sensing patterns in words, silences, and actions. The mind may question, is it real? Am I overthinking? But the heart knows. The heart knows what the mind often cannot see. Now, prepare yourself. The revelation may not arrive in the way you expect. It could come as a quiet conversation, a handwritten note, an indirect message. Sometimes truth surfaces gently, letting us absorb it gradually. Other times it arrives abruptly, demanding immediate acknowledgement. Either way, it carries the power to validate your feelings, your instincts, and the inner guidance you have relied upon all along. As you listen to these words, notice the sensations in your body, the tension, the anticipation, the subtle excitement. That is your intuition, awakening and aligning with the incoming truth. Allow yourself to remain present and open, even if part of you wants to resist or question. Confirmation is coming, and it is precisely what you have been ready for. Remember, you do not need to chase this revelation or force it to appear. Simply attune yourself, trust your inner compass, and observe the signs that emerge. The moment someone finally shares what they have been holding back, your intuition will nod in quiet agreement, and a sense of clarity will settle in. Your knowing has always been real. Now it will finally be seen. Have you ever experienced that quiet inner voice that nudges you toward a truth, a decision, or a realization? It isn't loud or insistent. It doesn't shout, "Pay attention now." Instead, it whispers subtly, through fleeting thoughts, sudden insights, or feelings that rise uninvited. You may have noticed it when a situation felt slightly off, or when someone's behavior didn't match their words. Perhaps you brushed it aside at first, thinking it was imagination or overanalysis. But that inner voice, that subtle guidance, has been quietly persistent. Now, imagine this. A revelation is approaching that will validate everything you have sensed. It's the confirmation your intuition has been preparing you for all along. The details you couldn't see clearly, the patterns you struggled to interpret, and the small inklings of truth that lingered just beneath your awareness. They are about to align perfectly. This is not a coincidence. This is the moment when what you have known internally begins to resonate externally. Consider how often your mind has questioned the authenticity of your feelings. Am I overreacting? Or am I imagining things? You may have wondered if your insights were grounded in reality or merely wishful thinking. The beauty of this upcoming revelation is that it bridges that gap. Your inner voice will no longer seem mysterious or ambiguous. Instead, it will find expression in the words or actions of someone else. What you sensed intuitively is now confirmed by reality. The timing is significant. The revelation may arrive gently, a casual remark, a conversation that unfolds naturally, or it may come more directly, in a moment that seems almost orchestrated by life itself. Either way, the alignment is undeniable. What your intuition has been signaling will now find a tangible form. You may feel a deep sense of recognition, a quiet acknowledgement that you were never truly mistaken in trusting yourself. It is important to stay open, attentive, and patient. Do not try to force clarity or demand answers before they are ready to emerge. Instead, practice observing and listening, trusting that the moment will arrive with its own rhythm. When it does, you will recognize it immediately. That inner voice that has been your guide will now harmonize with an external truth, creating a sense of understanding that is both validating and liberating. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel the anticipation. Your intuition has led you faithfully, and soon it will be confirmed. This alignment of inner knowing and external revelation is a reminder that you have always been more aware than you realized. Trust that the universe, or life's natural unfolding, is orchestrating this moment precisely for you. Have you ever sensed something was off, yet couldn't pinpoint it? That quiet knowing inside you, that subtle tug at your heart, is about to be validated. Someone close to you, maybe a friend, colleague, or family member, is preparing to share a confession that will clear the fog. Your intuition has been guiding you all along, and now the universe is orchestrating a moment of clarity. Pay attention to the signs, the words, and the subtle gestures around you. Confirmation is coming. Have you ever felt that gentle, persistent pull inside you, an inner awareness that something is not quite right, but couldn't explain why? Perhaps it came as a fleeting thought, an uneasy feeling, or a quiet nudge that urged you to pay attention. At the time, it may have seemed insignificant, easy to dismiss, but that subtle tug has never been wrong. It is your intuition speaking, guiding you toward understanding before the facts even appear. Now, imagine the moment when that inner knowing meets confirmation. Someone in your life, maybe a friend, a colleague, or even a family member, is preparing to reveal something they have kept hidden. It's not a secret meant to harm, but a truth that has lingered quietly, influencing circumstances without your conscious awareness. When this confession emerges, it will feel like a fog lifting, a light illuminating what you've been sensing for so long. Notice the patterns you have observed, the small gestures, the inconsistencies in words or actions, the moments that felt charged with meaning. These were all subtle signals, laying the groundwork for this forthcoming clarity. Your mind may have questioned these signs, wondering if you were imagining or overthinking, but the reality is that your intuition has been quietly accurate, preparing you for this exact moment. The beauty of this experience is that it reconnects you with the power of your own perception. You have often doubted, questioned, and second-guessed yourself, but the upcoming confession will validate your instincts. When the truth is shared, it will not only confirm what you have long suspected, but will also strengthen your trust in your inner guidance. Stay attentive to the world around you. The confirmation may arrive subtly, a conversation, a casual remark, or even an unspoken expression. Life has a way of orchestrating events so that timing and context align perfectly, offering clarity when it is most needed. When the revelation arrives, you will recognize it immediately because it resonates with the quiet voice that has always been within you. This is more than just a moment of external truth. It is an opportunity to honor the wisdom you carry. Every instinct, every subtle impression you have noticed has been guiding you toward understanding. As you prepare for this revelation, remain open and present. Watch, listen, and feel. The confirmation you have been waiting for is not a distant promise. It is arriving now, and your intuition has already led you here. Every human being possesses an internal compass, a voice that speaks quietly but persistently. It doesn't shout or demand. It whispers through feelings, impressions, and subtle nudges that something is true, false, or worth attention. This inner voice is what we call intuition. For some, it manifests as a gut feeling. For others, as an unexplainable certainty. The challenge is that in the noise of everyday life, it is easy to ignore or doubt this guidance. Yet the truth is that your inner voice has always been guiding you, especially in moments of uncertainty. Think about the times when you trusted your instincts, even when logic seemed to suggest otherwise. Perhaps it was a decision about a relationship, a career move, or even the way you responded to someone's behavior. Often, following that quiet prompt led you to clarity, or at the very least, prevented unnecessary complications. Now, consider that someone in your life is about to reveal a truth that aligns perfectly with what your intuition has been signaling. Your inner voice has not been random or mistaken. It has observed patterns, sensed discrepancies, and felt the subtle energy shifts that others might miss. And now, that voice is about to be confirmed by the external world. Trusting your inner voice requires patience and self-awareness. It is not always immediate or dramatic. Sometimes, it is a persistent thought, a feeling of unease, or a small nudge toward a certain decision. What is important is to notice it, reflect on it, and allow it to guide your awareness rather than dismiss it outright. The confirmation that is coming will feel seamless because it resonates with the guidance you have already been receiving internally. Preparation is key. Take a moment to reflect on the sensations in your body and the thoughts that have been recurring. They are clues pointing toward understanding. When someone finally voices the confession that has been hidden, it will not only make sense intellectually, but will also resonate deeply with the emotional truth you have been sensing. That is the power of trusting your inner voice. It recognizes truth even before it is spoken aloud. As this moment approaches, remain calm and attentive. Don't force clarity or seek confirmation prematurely. Simply observe, listen, and allow your intuition to lead the way. The alignment of internal knowing with external revelation is a profound experience. It validates the subtle wisdom you carry and strengthens your confidence in future decisions. Remember, your inner voice has been accurate all along. When the confession comes, you will recognize it immediately. That quiet guidance that has shaped your awareness, your thoughts, and your feelings is real. And now, it is about to be honored in the world around you. Life has a unique way of revealing truths, and often it does so in its own time, rarely when we expect it, and almost never on our schedule. There is a rhythm to the unfolding of events, a kind of quiet orchestration that aligns circumstances, emotions, and perceptions to ensure that the revelation occurs exactly when it is most needed. This is why timing matters more than we often realize. Consider the moments when you sensed that something important was about to be revealed. Maybe it was an inner whisper, a recurring thought, or even a pattern of small signs that drew your attention. These moments are rarely random. They are preparatory signals, gently guiding you toward awareness and readiness. The truth may have been present all along, but until you are prepared to perceive it fully, it remains hidden, waiting for the right moment to emerge. The confession that is approaching will not arrive prematurely. It is likely to come when your mind and heart are most receptive, when you can process the information with clarity, and when it can create a meaningful shift in understanding. This timing is often subtle, disguised as ordinary conversation, a casual message, or a seemingly small gesture. Yet, its impact is profound precisely because it intersects with your intuition, validating what you have sensed and providing the confirmation you have been seeking. It is important to recognize that patience is part of this process. While it is natural to feel anticipation, the unfolding of truth cannot be rushed. Attempts to force clarity or demand immediate answers often create confusion rather than insight. Trust that the universe, or life's natural rhythm, has a way of orchestrating events so that revelations arrive in alignment with your emotional and mental readiness. When the confession finally comes, you will notice it not only because of its content, but also because of the timing itself. There is a sense of inevitability, a feeling that this moment could not have happened any sooner or later. Your intuition will recognize it instantly, nodding silently in acknowledgement of its own accuracy. This alignment between internal knowing and external revelation is what gives the moment its power. As you prepare for this unfolding, remain attentive to the signs and signals in your environment. Observe conversations, subtle gestures, and the energy of those around you. Your inner voice has been guiding you all along, helping you perceive these cues even before the confession surfaces. By staying present and aware, you ensure that you are ready to receive and integrate the truth when it arrives. Ultimately, the timing of revelation is not something to control, it is something to trust. When it happens, it will feel precise, necessary, and deeply validating. This is the beauty of life's timing. It teaches patience, reinforces your intuition, and confirms that clarity arrives exactly when it should. When a significant truth is about to be revealed, the mind is often ready before the heart. While your intuition may have anticipated the confirmation for weeks or even months, your emotions may still need time to catch up. Emotional preparation is essential because the confession that is coming may bring relief, clarity, or validation, but it can also stir unexpected feelings. Being aware of this possibility allows you to meet the revelation with balance and composure. Start by acknowledging the feelings that arise when you consider the truth you have been sensing. It is natural to feel a mix of anticipation, anxiety, curiosity, or even fear. These emotions are not a weakness. They are part of the human experience of processing information that impacts relationships, decisions, or self-perception. By observing them without judgment, you cultivate the emotional resilience necessary to handle the revelation with clarity. Part of emotional preparation involves slowing down and reflecting on your own responses. Ask yourself, how might I feel when the truth is finally spoken? What would validation of my intuition mean to me? How will I process this information in a way that is constructive rather than reactive? By considering these questions, you create a mental and emotional framework that allows you to respond consciously rather than being swept away by surprise or uncertainty. Another important aspect is maintaining a sense of openness. Confessions often reveal nuances, context, or motivations that were not apparent before. Your emotional readiness includes the ability to accept the truth as it is, without immediately judging, correcting, or over-analyzing. This openness ensures that the moment of revelation becomes a source of insight rather than stress. It is also helpful to practice grounding techniques. Simple actions, like taking deep breaths, pausing before reacting, or visualizing a calm response, can prepare you to engage with the incoming truth thoughtfully. Emotional preparation does not mean suppressing feelings. It means creating space to experience them fully while maintaining clarity and perspective. Remember, the emotional impact of a confession is part of its significance. The feelings it stirs validate the importance of the revelation and highlight how closely your inner intuition has been attuned to the unfolding situation. When you are emotionally prepared, the alignment between your inner knowing and external confirmation is more easily integrated into your understanding and daily life. By investing in emotional preparation now, you ensure that the upcoming revelation will be met with calm, confidence, and clarity. You strengthen your ability to process the truth without distraction, doubt, or unnecessary tension. This readiness allows you to fully appreciate the moment, honor your intuition, and move forward with a deeper sense of awareness. Have you ever noticed how certain events, encounters, or signs seem to appear just at the right time, as if life itself is arranging them? These moments often feel like coincidences, but they are in reality the subtle workings of synchronicity, a universal alignment that connects your inner world with external events. When someone is about to reveal a confession that confirms your intuition, synchronicity often plays a role in guiding both parties toward that moment of clarity. Synchronicity is the invisible thread linking your awareness, actions, and the people around you. It is not forced or manipulated. It simply emerges when circumstances align naturally. Perhaps a conversation occurs unexpectedly, or a familiar place triggers reflection, or you notice a pattern in someone's behavior that suddenly makes sense. These seemingly ordinary occurrences are often the universe's way of orchestrating the timing and context for truth to surface. Recognizing synchronicity requires mindfulness. It demands that you pay attention to subtle cues, coincidences, and feelings that arise without obvious cause. For example, you might think of a person at the exact moment they reach out, or you may notice repeated signs that echo your inner thoughts. These alignments are rarely random. They reflect a deeper order connecting your intuition to external confirmation. Your senses, emotions, and thoughts are all part of the equation, signaling that a moment of revelation is approaching. When someone prepares to make a confession, synchronicity often ensures that both the timing and circumstances are right. The revelation is not simply about the content of their words, it is also about the alignment of energy, awareness, and readiness. In other words, the universe waits until you are emotionally, mentally, and intuitively prepared to perceive the truth fully. This alignment enhances the impact of the confession, making it resonate deeply and feel entirely natural, as if it was meant to happen at that precise moment. Pay attention to the signs around you. Small coincidences, meaningful encounters, or repeated patterns are not just distractions. They are clues pointing toward an imminent revelation. By observing these synchronicities, you can anticipate the confirmation of what your intuition has already sensed. Trust that life's timing is working in your favor, orchestrating events to provide clarity, understanding, and validation. Ultimately, universal synchronicity reinforces the connection between your inner knowing and external reality. It reminds you that you are not acting in isolation. Your thoughts, feelings, and intuitions are part of a larger, interconnected web of cause and effect. When the confession finally comes, it will feel both inevitable and timely because the universe has aligned circumstances perfectly to ensure that your inner guidance is confirmed. By recognizing and honoring synchronicity, you strengthen your ability to trust yourself, to perceive truth, and to remain open to the unfolding clarity that life is delivering. Pause for a moment and allow yourself to reflect. Think about the people in your life, the friends, family members, colleagues, or even casual acquaintances. Consider who might be carrying a truth they have not yet shared, someone whose confession could clarify a situation, resolve a lingering uncertainty, or validate the inner guidance you have been sensing. This is not about judgment or expectation. It is about awareness and readiness. By pausing, observing, and reflecting, you align yourself with the moment when the truth will naturally reveal itself. Your intuition has been guiding you quietly but persistently. It has noticed patterns, subtle gestures, and unspoken cues. This inner knowing is not random. It is a compass that points toward understanding, validation, and clarity. Trust that it has prepared you to recognize the confession when it comes. By consciously acknowledging the possibility of revelation, you open yourself to seeing it clearly, rather than reacting with surprise or confusion. This moment is also an opportunity for engagement. Think about how you might respond when the truth emerges. Consider listening deeply, observing without immediate judgment, and allowing the confession to unfold naturally. Your presence, patience, and attentiveness can make a significant difference in how the truth is received and integrated. Sometimes, it is not only about the confession itself, but also about the environment you create for it to be shared and understood. Now, take this awareness a step further. Reflect on your role in the unfolding of these truths. Are there subtle signs you have noticed but dismissed? Are there moments where your intuition has already been guiding your perception? By acknowledging your own awareness, you reinforce your ability to respond consciously and intentionally, rather than being swept away by emotion or surprise. Sharing this insight can also be meaningful. If you know someone who is struggling with doubt, uncertainty, or the anticipation of a revelation, offering them a gentle reminder to trust their intuition can be supportive. Encourage reflection, attentiveness, and openness without trying to influence outcomes. In doing so, you help create a space for clarity and understanding to emerge naturally. Ultimately, the mid-video pause is a reminder to stay present, trust your instincts, and engage consciously. The confession you anticipate is not distant. It is approaching in its own time. By reflecting on your own intuition, observing your surroundings, and preparing your emotional response, you position yourself to meet this revelation with calm, clarity, and understanding. Trust the process. Trust yourself. The confirmation you have been waiting for is on its way, and your readiness will make all the difference in recognizing it fully.